Whichever dev intern came up with Strange Tales of Modern Science is the biggest masochist in the world. Hey everybody, it's Twist, and y'all have absolutely no idea how many times I've died trying to get you this video on how to solo Strange Tales of Modern Science. I have been burned to death by so many fire arrows that I lost count. I have been exploded. I have been stabbed in the neck. I have been stabbed in the chest. I have been stabbed in the face. I've been tag teamed by robots and so much more. All right, guys, we're going to get going here. And as you can see, when we load in, we're actually going to go for a little bit of a ride because there's a very specific spot on the map that you want to start this mission from. So we're going to ride over there. And on the way, I'm going to tell you guys a few things because there's some things that's very important for you to know before you get started here. First of all, I'm going to be honest. This mission's just not worth your time. It's not worth your time unless you want to get it done for the sake of completionism, especially if you're a primarily solo player like I am. The number of things that can go wrong is astronomical, and the robots have this artificial difficulty that has nothing whatsoever to do from the need for strategy or good aim or any kind of skill on your part or my part. Instead, it's just that they're overtuned. They're immune to everything. They're immune to all explosives. They're immune to fire. They're immune to bolas. They have bows with regular arrows, fire arrows, machetes, fire bottles, dynamite, throwing knives. They can throw really fast, like every half a second, way faster than you can. You can cheese them by climbing on roofs and like shooting them from the roof because they can't climb, but that's first of all really lame. Second of all, it's just not efficient because it takes like 30 shots from a Carcarno with express ammo to kill one, and then you have to kill them twice sometimes. So you can go through like 400 rounds of ammo trying to do it that way. So don't bother. It's clear the developers intended you to do this a very certain way, and when you're solo, there's a little bit more of a challenge to doing it, but I'm going to show you how. So first of all, when you come through here, make sure you don't aggro the robot in the field over by where we just came. This is where we're trying to go. This carriage that's sitting right here is great. There's a maxim gun inside of it, and that's how we're going to deal with the robots. So make sure that you're buffed. You definitely want gold cores for this, especially if you get shot with fire arrows. That's the only way you're going to survive is if you have a gold health core and you also have a potent health tonic on. I also suggest that you get fat so that you take less damage. If you didn't know that you can get fat and take less damage, go buy a Get Fat tonic from Harriet. So you can see here on the map where I am, this is where the maxim gun carriage is, and it is our friend. So our objective here is to kill a bunch of robots and release a bunch of servants and then get paid for it. So this servant that's right there, don't release him. If you do, he will ruin your game. Instead, you want to release these first 3 that I am marking off, and then the other ones that I'm marking off, you can release later after we have killed all of the robots but one. And the reason that we're going to do that is because if you release these servants too early, what happens is one of them will go try to drive that maxim gun carriage and potentially get it destroyed, and others will man the maxim guns. They will aggro the robots too early, and that will cause you a lot of headaches, because if you go anywhere near the robots once they have aggroed a servant, they will then ignore the servant and go for you. And we don't want that. We want to kill them from as far away as possible using this maxim gun carriage. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First off, you want to pull up to this gap in the fence, get out of the carriage, get into the gun turret, and take out that first robot that pats around the field there. He goes behind the shed and around the cornfield. You can see him when you're driving up. So you're going to take him out, then you're going to get out of the carriage, get back in the driver's seat, and we're going to ride through the fence here to kill robot number 2. This is a lot of getting in and out of a carriage. So go right on through the gap in the fence here and drive straight on back. Try not to go to the left at all, because if you do, depending on where that second robot is at the time, it might see you. And again, we don't want to aggro them. We just want to kill them from a distance. So get in and look for him. I usually, as you can see, he sweeps, like goes around the cornfield, and I usually sweep my gun around looking for it to turn red. And there it is. So I'll take him out. There's only 3 robots in this area. So after I kill him, I get out. I get back in the driver's seat again. And we're going to pull around here so that we can angle our gun to aim directly into that center window, because there's a robot inside the building and he usually stands directly in the middle of that center window. Sometimes it pats around and we'll walk around to the other room and then back to the middle. So you can just aim your gun directly at that center line in that middle window, and eventually the robot will walk over there. Your reticle will turn red. And just keep firing. Even after you see that kill indicator, fire again until you actually see the word kill show up on your screen. Because those bigger robots, they have a bigger icon. You have to kill them twice, unfortunately. So after you drop him, you can let these first 3 servants go. These are going to be the only ones that we let go early. And the reason that we're going to do that is because these ones won't approach the other areas, so they won't aggro any further robots. But if you release any of the other servants, that's when they'll run forward and they'll man the maxim gun over by the outhouse. And there's a robot right next to the outhouse. So the minute that they do that, they kind of destroy your whole strategy. So we don't want to let them go. It's just more trouble than it's worth. So you let these first 3 go, and that's it. We're going to go back out and get into the carriage, and we're going to continue on our journey of killing robots from as far away as we possibly can. So go ahead and get back in your carriage and ignore the pleas for help that are coming from these pitiful, pitiful servants lying on the ground, all tied up. I don't know why robots would do that in the first place. What do the robots have to gain from tying these servants up and just leaving them on the ground? Anyway, bring your maxim carriage over here so that you're by this little house and this tree line. We're going to get in, and if you have a hard time finding the robots, that's because you can't see them in eagle eye, but they're always in the same spot. So there's that robot over there by that little spot, and then there's another one that pats around here. You can drop both of those with the gun, except that I had it in a bad angle, so I was hitting the little thing on the top, which is something I told you guys to avoid doing. And somehow, because I was hitting the top of that thing, the robots didn't notice me. It's very strange. I don't know. I don't get it. I didn't program them. Anyway, kill that robot there, and then get this one that pats around. Again, you can't see them in the eagle eye, so if you're having a difficult time seeing them, just pull this video up on your phone or something and park where I park my carriage and wait for them to pat around. You will eventually see them. So after you drop these 3, the one outside that building, the one that pats around, and the one by the outhouse, we're going to get back in, and we are going to go around these trees. We don't want to go too close to the house. I'm a good driver. We don't want to go too close to the house because there's another robot or 2 that pats around over there. I think it's 2, so we don't want to aggro them. Instead, we're going to go over here to the front, and we are going to take this robot out that's in front of this building. There's a servant in there that you will release later. So get rid of him. And then there is the other robot right there. Again, I just sweep my gun around until I find it because they're very hard to see, especially if it's raining or foggy. Sometimes when you do this mission, it's so foggy that you can't see anything. We get out, we get back in, we're almost done. Those were all of the robots that are in this area, and there are only 2 robots that remain. So we're going to take our carriage, we're going to go over here, we're going to take out 1 of those robots. Again, I am a great driver. I have no idea how that happened. Amathine is laughing his ass off right now. Anyway, there are 2 robots here. There's one that pats around a little bit to the left, which is one we're going to kill. And then there's another one over to the right by that building right there that's to the right. You can see I'm going to leave him alive because that's the last robot. If you take out that last robot, then you cannot release any servants. So we're going to let that robot live. We're going to go over here. we're going to finally let this guy go. I'm going to get on my horse, and I'm going to go let all of the other servants go, except for the one that is over by where that last robot is pathing around right now. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to release these servants. They are all going to run forward, and they are going to aggro that last robot. They will not kill it because they're not strong enough to do so. I have seen the servants kill robots. They can do so if they man the maxim gun and you, in a moment of desperation, tag a robot with a bullet and then run it into the servant's maxim gun. That doesn't always work, though, because they don't have very good aim. So, as you can see, I sped the footage up here because I wasn't going to make you watch me run around in circles letting these guys go. So, we get rid of all the servants. We let all the servants go. They're over here aggroing this robot. The robot is going on a slight rampage. We're going to get back in the maxim gun. We're going to take it out before it has a chance to kill any of them. Or at least I think it only got one. And now that it's dead, as you can see, it says I've rescued some of the servants. And it says you earned a decent award. But the thing is that even with leaving that one servant over there there she is. She's running away right there. Even though I left her still tied up, in the end, I still made like over a gold bar and I think 150 RDO dollars, which, you know, there's a bonus to rewards. But I would say, again, that this mission, it's just not worth doing except for the sake of completionism. So here's how we're going to finish it off. We're going to take our carriage. We're going to bring it over here and we're going to park it right in front of the manor doors. The reason that we're going to do that is because the robots inside of the manor won't come out. I almost killed poor Warlock. He's okay, though. He'll shake it off. At least I didn't punch him in the balls again. But I get him out of the way because I don't want to accidentally shoot him. So anyway, the robots inside the house won't come out of the house. However, they will come stand in the door. So you go in, you show the robot your butt, you run out, you get back in the carriage, and you fire your maxim gun through the door. And then you do the same thing with the robot that's upstairs. The robot that's upstairs won't become active and it won't aggro until you actually go up there. I couldn't find it. It moved. And then it came back down the stairs. I think it was chasing that woman. So yeah, so we take out the first robot. We go inside. Go upstairs. Aggro that second robot. Note that I drank my potent health tonic. And the reason that I did that was that I was absolutely terrified, have been terrified, I've been traumatized by that second robot and his machete. Anyway, he aggroed a little early. He aggroed one of the servants. So he came downstairs. I kill him through the door. And we go upstairs. We get the note off the scientist. And then we bring that and turn it in. And that's the mission. Congratulations. You have survived the most annoying mission that Rockstar has ever put into Red Dead Online. And I'm just going to say it one more time. It's 100% not worth your time, except for the sake of completionism. I really hope that this video helped somebody out. If you liked it, if it helped you, please go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe give us a subscribe. It makes me feel really good. It tells Amathine that he should let me make more videos, and everybody's happy. I will have other videos coming for the remaining two Strange Tales of the West missions. They can't possibly be any worse than this. I really did enjoy the Plague mission. This one, not so much. But at least I got it done, and at least I was able to put this video together to show you guys how to do it. So, until next time, I'm Twist, and I am out of here.